Yeah, I think it's always tough when you make a decision within your career because there's so much to consider. But I think when I sat down and thought about this decision, it was really easy and it was really simple. My goals fully align with Arsenal's, and yeah, there's nowhere I'd want to be, no other place I'd want to be. I think the level of the club, the level of the players, everything within the squad is exactly what I want and need to hopefully keep progressing. So yeah, it was a really smooth process. For sure. It's going to be really tough. Obviously, we're aware of how well they've recruited, obviously, with the players that they had that got them promoted as well last year. So we're very aware that, yeah, like any other game in this league this season, you can't take anyone for granted. And London City have proven this window that they're going in with full strength. So, yeah, we've been working hard and concentrating on ourselves. But, yeah, we need to be aware of their threats too. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
We've seen Arsenal lift the Champions League. We've also seen Chelsea win for the 6th time in a row. England win again in the Euros. Which one of those of the women's games that sort of symbolises the strength of women's football?
I mean, I think all three. I think we as women do a really good job of empowering women, and I'm grateful to be in a team full of people that push me every day and empower me. And yeah, being a part of teams over the last few months where we've won 2 incredible trophies, yeah, it makes me feel proud to be female, proud to be pushing this game and this team in the right direction. And yeah, I think we're all aware that yeah, any success is celebrated. Obviously, I'd rather it be Arsenal than Chelsea, but they've set a great standard for women's football too. So, yeah, I think we as female footballers are doing a great job of empowering one another to want to go on and achieve even more.
And what are the plus and minuses of having the game at the Emirates game where the men play?
I mean, I only see positives. I feel, yeah, the massive sense of pride when we play at the Emirates. I felt that from the first game when we played there to looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait to get back to being out there. With our fans who follow us all over the country and come out in full numbers. I think we've sold about 17,000 season tickets this year, which is just incredible. So yeah, I love playing at the Emirates and I only see it as a positive.
Hi, Alessia.
Hi.
Kind of to Emma's point on the environment, when you first signed, I remember speaking to Jonas and he said he was struck by how many questions you were asking about the environment you were coming into, and he said for him it gave the impression of someone who is quite active about what they were kind of going to rather than being passive. And I was just wondering, for yourself, how do you kind of view your mentality and how has it grown over the years?
Yeah, I think I've learned that I know what works best for me, whether that's, again, like the environment or the team or things around it. And yeah, I do like to know what's going on. I like to ask a lot of questions. And yeah, I think that the more you know, the better about where you want to be and where you want to push your career. So yeah, I'll always ask those questions, but once I'm here and I can see it and feel it for myself, I know exactly what Arsenal's all about.
Yeah, and since then you've obviously played in the Champions League, started more regularly for England, so like as an athlete, how have you kind of developed physically as well? Because I guess the demands are a lot different to when you first joined.
Yeah, last season was so intense and it was my first full season at Champions League football as well. And you have to put your body through a lot. You have to be ready to compete in minutes, and being available is key. So I've learned over the years, not just last season, but also with England and stuff, what works for my body to keep me available, and what recovery strategies we do. And as a club here at Arsenal and both at England, we have so many people that will help us with recovery, with nutrition and with physio. And I think for me, it's just making sure that you tap into those people because they're all experts and they all want to help you. So yeah, that's what we do to keep ourselves fit. No worries.
Hi, Alessia.
Hi.
women's football obviously had another moment this summer, I guess, with the Euros and more attention, more eyeballs and all that stuff. How has life changed for you since then, if at all? Considering your life, imagine, has changed a lot in the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the Euros in 22, it was the most drastic. After this, I think I just needed to sleep for a while. I was so tired after the whole season and then going into the Euros. I think it was important for us all to really take some time away and be with family or go on holiday, whatever people may use to refresh. But yeah, life is great after the Euros and things like that. Definitely changed over the past few years, but that's what we've been wanting for women's football for so long. We've wanted it on the stages where it's at now, and yeah, I feel grateful to be a part of this moment in time.
And you touched on London City with them, they're obviously a massive talking point. There's not really anything else like them in the women's game. Are players talking about them much? Are you guys aware of what they're doing? Just what do you make of what's going on down there?
I mean, it's great to see the investment in women's football. What she's doing with the club is incredible. I mean, the way it's also jumped in the past few years and now to be in the WSL, we want these teams backed and we want more competition in the league, and that's exactly what we're going to get with London City. So I think it's going to be great to see, again, more top players in the WSL, more top players competing week in, week out. So yeah, like I said before, we're really aware of them and the strengths that they have within their squad.
Was that just about the easiest decision you had to make in life?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the moment I've stepped foot at Arsenal, it's been a feeling and it's been something that I've loved every minute of it. I love the team, I love the staff, I love everything about the club. So yeah, you're right, it was a very easy decision.
And you've clearly progressed and grown in the 2 years and 2 years since. Where do you feel the kind of next step for you personally comes from?
Yeah, I want to keep pushing as a player. I don't think, I'm ever satisfied with my performance. I want to keep learning, and I feel like this is the perfect place to do that. The level of players that we have, the standard of training, the demands of training as well from the staff is really, really high. So I want to keep progressing as a player, but also we want to go on to carry on winning trophies. I think after last season, we felt that we can perform on the highest level, and now we want to do that consistently over the season.
In terms of you, kind of tangibly, what does that look like in a year, 2 years' time? What sort of player that you'll be?
I don't know. I mean, I want to do everything I can to be the best version of myself. For me and for my team, I think I owe it to, when you play for a club like Arsenal, you owe it to yourself and the team to do everything you can to make sure you're in the best shape, in the best form, and doing all you can to work hard. So I will do that, and I want to do that at Arsenal. We have, like I said, we have a great standard of players that I can learn so much off. And yeah, I'm just loving growing every day, and hopefully can continue to do that.
And on the eve of a new season, it feels so different being here than you were back 12 months ago. What about the role of Renee in that, as to why you wanted to commit your long-term future? Because you found a way to get something more out of all of you, didn't she?
Yeah, when Renee stepped in, the game and the level had to be lifted. We knew that it was a tough start last season, and she came in and she made a few tweaks and got us really firing, and I think that her standards as a manager is something that I really like as a player. She is really honest and she's very demanding at the same time, so she wants to push you and she's never satisfied, and I think that aligns with how I feel about myself and my career.
And just finally for me, I know that it was a nice few months, wasn't it? I mean, life was really good, wasn't it? As you kind of regroup, that belief as a group of players, that can take you so far. Can it take you to the WSL title this year?
I hope so. I think we're very clear in the fact that we weren't satisfied with how we've performed at times in the league over the last few years. I always say when you win a trophy, it lights that fire to go on and win more. And I think also yeah, it fuels your belief as well as a team, because we've done it against some of the best teams in Europe. And there is some of the best teams in Europe in this league, and the league is so competitive that you can't ever take a game off. But I think for us as a team, it's given us confidence to now implement that consistently. We've set a new standard for ourselves. So, yeah, now we need to go and do that every week.